There have been plenty of bad sports injuries in the history. John Wall tearing his Achilles going down the stairs. Trying to think of other crazy ones. Jason Pierre-Paul blowing his finger off from a firework.
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, that's a good one. Toussaint Fancher downgraded to out for TalkBall Tweakers episode 29 with an undisclosed injury that we could disclose another time. Welcome back, anyone. We're doing it today. This is going back to the Daily Northwestern days before I was in the program. I'm Jake Mazarski, joined with co-host Blake McQuarrie. The OGs. Nah, I'm joking. We love you, Toussaint. For a Tuesday, yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. Blake, how we feeling?
Sorry, I had to get a sip of water and clear my throat real quick. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Nice Tuesday.
I love the Eastern shirt.
Thank you. I had the rep today, I wasn't going to wear it, but then I was like, you know what? Actually,
and the Tigers hat. You're repping the midden.
I feel like I haven't repped Eastern on any merch on this podcast yet. So I said, you know what? Why not? Let's do it today. So
valid. Yeah, I'm repping my city jersey. The Mets haven't won since whenever I wore this jersey. But the Mets haven't won when I don't wear this jersey recently either. So it's been interesting. But no Toussaint right now. We'll call him later in the episode because why the fuck not? But let's do it. Let's talk ball. We are going to start with the NBA. There's only one main piece of news, but it is big news. The Los Angeles Lakers, extend Luka Doncic a few days ago to a 3-year, $165 million maximum contract extension with the franchise with a player option in 2028. So I'll pose this question to you. What are just your raw thoughts about this? And two, where would you rank the Lakers in the West?
Raw thoughts about it. Not surprised, not shocked. I think we talked about this. I can't remember, not talked about it, but we had brought up
we knew
Luka not signing an extension earlier. And then, it was basically the indication that he was going to sign in August, and that's what he did. So not surprised, not shocked. Obviously, the Lakers wanted to get their guy locked down for the future. Once they traded for Luka, everybody kind of knew that's where they were moving in that direction, is focusing on the future, making him their franchise. So that's what they did with that deal. Absolutely smart. You're not going to let Luka Doncic walk.
Never. Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're Nico Harrison.
Yeah, unless you're Nico.
Or you're on drugs, which Nico Harrison might be.
Yeah.
But, it's not a shock, not a surprise. So good for Luka. Glad he got his money. Glad he got this. He's in LA.
Yeah,
I think he's happy in LA. So maximum extension.
Lost some weight. It looks like.
Lost some weight. It's gonna get scary.
He was in Chicago. We missed him.
I know. He's got to maintain the weight. He's got to maintain. That's the only thing. I feel like every year he does lose the weight in the summer. He just has to maintain that.
I feel like when the Mavericks made the finals and we saw the video of the assistant GM taking the beer out, a lot of us overreacted to that. We're just like, let the guy celebrate. And fair, let him celebrate. But clearly, keep him on maintenance.
Yeah.
Get that boy a salad.
Absolutely. So,
continue.
But where do I rank the Lakers in the West? I think Thunder's obviously number one. We talked about that. We've talked about this a few times. Houston's 2. To me, Houston's 2. From there, it's really a toss-up. I would still go Minnesota 3 because of what happened in the playoffs. I just can't give it to LA right now. I know they've gotten better signing Ayton. They've got a big. I know they got Lavaria in the offseason. Yeah. But I still am going to give it to Minnesota at 3. And then I'll go Lakers at 4. No. Because I like what Denver did.
Yeah, you're gonna make them lower. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
I like what I'll give Denver. I'll go Lakers 5. I think they're 5th in the West right now, based off of how they went out last season and what they did this offseason. Because it's like they didn't do much but sign Ayton.
Yeah,
they should have did a whole lot more. I think a lot of people think that. I'll give them 5. I'll give him 5. I really like what Denver did this offseason. So
I'm going to give him 2. I'm going to give him 2 because they signed R.J. Davis. No, not actually. I think
they signed the North Carolina's coming out of them, folks.
Yeah,
of course. North Carolina's coming out of the Tar Heel.
Yeah, raw thoughts. You put it well. We've talked about this multiple times on the podcast. You're not extending Luka Doncic after trading for him unless you're on cocaine, which Nico Harrison might be, but that's another story.
Yeah.
The guy was absolutely incredible for the Lakers last year. Postseason wasn't great, but again, the Lakers were sort of discombobulated.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give them 2 or 3. I might push back because I do like what the Rockets are doing, but I do think they are a decisive better team than the Wolves right now. The playoffs is an absolutely justifiable point. Ant was the best player. Julius Randle is probably the second best player. I just think roster, top to bottom, the Lakers are better.
Okay.
The Wolves are missing a number 2. They might have reached their ceiling in the conference finals, but then again, Ant has a whole nother level he could get to, which we could talk about. I just think the Lakers with Aiden, if DeAndre Ayton stays healthy, if Luka Doncic stays healthy, and if LeBron in age 40, 41 season can continue doing what he's doing, I think they're a legitimate threat. I don't know about to the Thunder, because especially come late season, I don't know if they can run with the Thunder. I think the Rockets can more, and I think I was going to say the Wolves, but the Thunder just ran him out the gym.
Yeah.
I think the Rockets are a decisive one there. But Bron and Luka, off-season together, full training camp, I really like them. But I've been really high on the Lakers for a while. And Luka Doncic is still a top 5, top 3 player in the league.
Yeah.
If he's healthy. And we could talk about the weight and everything. The guy is so built different. And LeBron and Luka are one of the best duos in the league still.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'd put him that high. And it's still the same rationale I'm using, even though they did lose to the Timberwolves. That might not be that talented of a roster. When you look across the court and you see LeBron James and Luka Doncic, that is scary. And then you have Austin Reeves, who could score 20. You have depth. DeAndre Ayton is a better rim protector and should give you 10 to 12 points a game and a double-double.
I think with Luka and LeBron, they're 15.
They're what?
I think with Luka and LeBron, they're 15.
Oh, for Ayton?
They make centers better.
Yeah, that's a great point. And Ayton's so
Ayton's
versatile.
play style is perfect for Luka and LeBron. So,
yeah, no, I think that's fair. And, like, if you had to say right now, well, let's talk about this, because I want to pose this question. And I wish Toussaint was here, so I might call him after you go. I was thinking about this. KD's the Rockets, Steph the Warriors. They don't have a big yet. And then Bron with Luka, Ayton. Who wins a ring next out of those 3? Or does none of them win a ring? Bron, Steph, KD. And I'd love to hear this in the comments too, Pod. Does Bron win another ring? Does Steph win another ring? Or does KD win a ring? Or do none of them?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Or who do you, and if it's none of them, who do you think's the closest right now?
That's a really good question. I'm going to go back to something you said. Mm-hmm. It was the hypotheticals.
Yeah.
That's why I can't put the Lakers higher than 5th. Is because of the hypotheticals. It's if LeBron can still perform like he has at 41.
Yeah.
If Luka can maintain the weight through the season.
If Ayton can stay healthy.
And he gets better on defense. If Ayton can stay healthy. That's what's bugging me with the Lakers is the hypotheticals. Mm-hmm. And I can't confidently put them higher than 5 because of those hypotheticals. But if those hypotheticals do work out, I do absolutely think to me, I do absolutely think they can win a ring 100%.
Yeah.
Because once again, you look on the other side of the court and you see LeBron and Luka. That's scary.
Obviously,
that's really scary.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it's between Houston and LA.
Yeah.
I think Golden State's run is over.
Unless they trade for Sabonis, which we've been saying forever. They need a big, but continue. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just, I don't know how. With Sabonis there, I don't know how. I'm not saying it wouldn't work. I haven't looked at it enough to see like if it would be a very potent offense, if it would flow well.
It doesn't really catapult them to the top of the West either.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So
continue.
I'm gonna go with Houston. You look at Kevin Durant's numbers have not wavered at all.
No.
Kevin Durant's numbers have not. He has been very consistent. He has been a top scorer in the league for
ever
15 years.
Feels like. And he's healthy, Pod.
And he's healthy. 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 And he's healt And you put that with the development of Amin Thompson, which is going to be disgusting, we see this year. Because if you looked at his offseason training, he's going to take that leap this year.
I think All-Star is going to too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think All-Star is going to too.
Alperen Sengun is very, very good. Very good.
Yep.
I mean, Fred VanVleet is not a bad point guard.
No.
A little bit inconsistent, but he's not a bad point guard. Yeah. I think it's Houston. I think I'll give it to Houston. Ime Udoka is a very, very good coach. I think a lot of people kind of forgot what he is as a head coach because of the situation that happened in Boston and how he went out.
Yeah.
And he took a year off. But I got to give it to, I think I'll give it to Houston. But if those hypotheticals do work out, I could see LA absolutely. I could see LeBron winning this 5th ring.
Yeah. Right now, I got to say none because the Thunder exist.
Well, that's the thing, though. It's to me, it is none. But if I have to choose the closest, it would to me it'd be Houston, and then LA.
I agree with that. I think LeBron could be the closest if he does this. Goes back home. Goes back to Cleveland. Goes back to Cleveland.
I think the price is. I don't know.
I know the price is high, but if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I do think LeBron's staying. I have changed my mind about this. I think LeBron's staying, but if you're LeBron, go back home and end one of the greatest careers ever, if not the greatest career ever.
Yeah.
And do it at home in a much weaker conference, and then you get your shot at the Thunder in the finals. It's much easier than getting your shot at the Thunder in the second round. Because let's be honest, all roads lead through Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
I think the Rockets have a whole nother level. I mean, they haven't played together. If LeBron goes there, I think he's the closest. And I agree with everything you said. I really do. I just with the Thunder there, I can't see any of these teams beating them right now, but they're all so new. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Pod, while we think about this, I'm going to add one more thing. We're calling Toussaint, who might be sleeping. I want to pose this question to him. He's going to say Bron. He's absolutely going to say Bron, right?
He's going to say probably LA.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he might be with me on Houston, though.
I don't know.
I just think you got to give it to Houston. I mean, you look at, I brought this point up when we talked about it a couple episodes ago.
No pickup, he said.
That nobody expected Houston to be nobody in their right mind thought Houston would be a 2 seed to finish last year.
Yeah. I got him.
Is this him?
This is him.
So that's my thing. And then you add Kevin Durant to that, and you lose Jalen Green, who did not shit in the playoffs, and Dylan Brooks, who just ran around and talked shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
we got you on the pod. All right? Say what's up to the pod. Toussaint, we have a question for you that I posed to Blake, and we've been talking about it, and we have to get you on it. He's rehabbing right now. We'll go with that pod. He's rehabbing. Who is the closest to winning a ring, and who do you think? Yeah, who's the closest to winning a ring right now? LeBron, Steph, or KD?
Got to eliminate Steph because the Warriors front office doesn't give him anything now.
Thank you.
So I don't think it's possible for him to win another one. LeBron, I don't think it's in the cards for him. The thing about LeBron is he's probably the most capable one of winning a championship, but just because of his age, the stage the Lakers are in, the state of the West, is probably not going to happen for him. His best chance was probably 2-3 years ago against the Nuggets.
Yeah, so
they got swept in the Western Conference Finals. So it'd probably be Kevin Durant just based off the fact that the Rockets are probably loaded right now. And all he has to do is plug and play. He just has to drop 25 to 30. And the rest of the
Which
team,
he's been doing.
Got a really nice team. So
that's a good one. Well, we'll let you get some rest. Is there anything else you want to say to the pod? We just wanted to give you that one.
Oh, no. It was good, pod. I'll be back next week.
That is questionable. Yeah.
Hey, man, get right for Cleveland, bro.
Yeah, Blake and Toussaint are going to Cleveland, and they might be the next Cleveland Browns quarterback.
Facts.
That's possible. All right, get some rest. We'll talk to you later.
They called me up today to sign me, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, but then your knee, you're just like the rest of the quarterbacks. They're all hurt.
My knee.
Yeah, they're all hurt.
Take that Aaron Rodgers potion.
They're all hurt. All right, bet. We'll talk to you later. All right, I'm going to give you one more NBA thing. I want to continue on this. If the Cavs traded for LeBron, Are they the favorites in the East going into next year? Like, I'm not saying they're trading for LeBron right now, but say the Lakers let LeBron play out, he opts out of his player option or something, and he goes back to Cleveland, or Cleveland trades for him, rather. We don't know what the return would be. With Tatum coming back, with Halliburton coming back, with the Knicks being what they are, I guess we could talk about Bridges, but there's not too much there. Are the Cavs a favorite the second they get LeBron James if it happens?
No.
No?
The New York Knicks.
You still think the Knicks are?
New York Knicks 100%.
Yeah. Because you think they got to give up a Garland or a, not Mitchell, but
they're gonna have to give up somebody. They're gonna have to give up somebody between Garland, Mobley, and or Allen.
Yeah.
They would have to give up. And then in return you get a 1-2 year rental of LeBron James.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, they're not the favorite. It would absolutely be New York. New York's been to the Eastern Conference Finals. It was okay. So they were 1 win away from the Eastern Conference Finals
in
2 years
24.
ago.
Yeah,
and then this past season they get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
And the year before that they lost in the second round to Miami.
Yeah, so it's absolutely New York. I like. In terms of okay.
Be careful. You got a New Yorker on the other side.
Let me slow down here.
Yeah.
And let me process this real quick.
While you process it, I could read some news if you want to.
I'm not saying I got it. I'm not saying that Tom Thibodeau. I'm not saying that Mike Brown is a better coach than Tom Thibodeau. That's not what I'm saying. I think if you look career-wise, I'll give it to Thibodeau.
It's close.
But it's close.
Yeah, it's close.
It's close.
Yeah.
But when I think about this New York team, when I think about the struggles that they had with Tom Thibodeau, I think Mike Brown can resolve those. And I think rotational-wise, Mike Brown knows exactly what he's doing, and he doesn't have those issues like Thibodeau does. Mike Brown has no problem playing his bench at all. You've seen it in Sacramento. He has no problem doing that.
Yeah.
So that's where I get. That's where I get. It's like you look at where the Knicks were in the past few seasons where they've been, and you get rid of Thibodeau because that was their issue. It's been their issue
the past 3 times they lost.
They got tired. Their players got tired, and it's because they were playing 40 minutes a night. Their starting five was playing 38 to 40 minutes a night.
Yeah,
and it just wasn't sustainable.
Right.
So that's where I come in and I say, New York, that New York roster hasn't changed.
No. Besides bringing in 2 guys with high
substantially, exactly.
Yeah.
Hasn't changed substantially. They didn't lose anybody.
Yeah.
And you get rid of the issue, and it was Tom Thibodeau's rotation, and you add Mike Brown. I think it's New York. Yeah.
Yeah, right now
if LeBron were to be traded to Cleveland, yes.
I agree. If LeBron's traded to Cleveland, I think it's a different conversation depending on what the return is. I love how we shift to the Knicks.
I think it's still New York without...
It totally might be. And the Knicks got more roster flexibility after the Bridges extension. 4 years, $150 million. I mean, Leon Rose, I'm going to give you all the flowers and stuff. I used to think the Knicks and Rangers and any management coming out of Madison Square Garden, even when you put the truth and Phil Jackson in there, was going to be terrible.
Yeah.
He's done a great job all around. Gershon Yabusele, good contract. Jordan Clarkson, good contract. And that's been the Knicks' problem, right?
Yeah.
You lose to the Heat in 23, the Heat make the finals. They were a deep team with experience. And then you lose to the Pacers. OG hurt. Brunson played hurt. Josh Hart played hurt. And then this year, the Pacers were just a better basketball team. And
Absolutely.
They also just don't.
They were playing way better basketball.
They were playing way better. And they go 10 deep. And that's been a huge problem for them. And now I think, look, I'm not saying anything new, but you lock down Bridges, you still have Hart, you still have Brunson. Obviously, you still have Brunson. You have all those guys. If Mitchell Robinson's healthy, and you got Clarkson, Yabusele, Tyler Kolek might get some minutes, Deuce still.
Yeah.
10 deep. And I think the biggest thing, and we've talked about this on the podcast, the East is really bad this year right now.
Yeah.
I mean, no Tatum, no Halliburton. This is the New York Knicks' best shot. This is their best shot. Yeah. And the Post wrote an article, the New York Post, which... the New York Post wrote an article during the conference finals that the Knicks might not get this chance again. I think they'll be in the Eastern Conference Finals again. I think they're better if they stay healthy. And I think this will be the best shot they get in a very, very long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't even think there's too much else to say about that, really. Right?
I'm excited for Mike Brown. Mike Brown should not have been fired in Sacramento.
Fully agree. Fully agree.
That was the dumbest.
One of the dumbest things.
That was the dumbest things ever. Should not have been fired in Sacramento.
Yeah, and you look at what he's done in every stop. In year 1 or year 2, immediate success.
Yeah.
And Sacramento, first playoff appearance in 17 years.
They were
gross.
nice.
And it wasn't only because De'Aaron Fox was incredible and Sabonis. Like, look at Malik Monk coming off the bench. Trey Lyles was contributing.
Yep.
They had no names, or not no names, but like guys who never were able to reach their ceiling, and they were balling out.
Absolutely.
And they would have won a playoff series if Steph didn't go for 50 in a Game 7, which at that point you're just like, nobody's
There's nothing you can do about that.
There's nothing you could do about that.
So,
I got to see the beam in person, by the way. That was sick.
you did?
Yeah, because Northwestern played there in the tournament. They lost to UCLA. Crazy game, pod. Watch the highlights. Northwestern lost, obviously. But there's literally a video I'll show you after this, and maybe we'll clip it in the pod of me crying outside the stadium. Like, at least I got to see the beam. No, it's cool. No, but I fully agree with you. And I think Mike Brown, like Tibbs, but in a different way, he gives you juice.
Yeah.
He's so energetic. He's going to run his guys to the floor. He's going to get his guys to buy in, and they are bought in for sure. The Knicks are going to come out with energy. I think they have a lot to prove. Last year obviously left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, even though they did make the conference finals for the first time in 25 years, because they could have went higher. Yeah. And now, like, it's an easier road. Tatum and Halliburton ain't there, and they're probably not coming back. Dame's gone, so what are the Bucks doing? Their biggest threat might be the Pistons. That's a conversation for another time. It very well might be. I think the Knicks are going to hit the ground running with Mike Brown. I think coaching, it's always like, my friend said it, who's a Knicks fan, a new voice or change the roster, not both. Yeah. They went with a new voice. Now it's just time to see what happens. Jalen Brunson's Jalen Brunson.
For sure.
Yeah. I think that's enough for the NBA. I talk about the Brooklyn Nets, but there's nothing to talk about because they are just a definition of
talking about the damn Nets.
Let's move to the NFL, and we are going to start down in the Big D.
Pause. Pause. Oh my gosh. Pause.
Down in the Big no.
Pause.
You've never heard that? You've never heard that?
Pause. 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 Hell no. Pause. Oh no. Oh no. Pause.
Someone had to hear that.
Pause.
Someone had to hear. Dallas.
Pause.
Micah Parsons requests a trade from the Dallas Cowboys. Writes a DBQ on Twitter, pretty much saying, unfortunately, I don't want to play here anymore. There's been a lot of discourse between that, and it's a lot of it's Jerry Jones. Reports saying Jones doesn't like the platform Micah Parsons has, other stuff like that, and just, are they going to pay the guy? CD saying pay the guy. I'm going to say it again, just raw thoughts about Micah Parsons and the Cowboys, what they're at right now. I could go first if you want. Like, one, I think it's a Jerry Jones thing a lot. I think it's an ego off right now, especially for the platform stuff, because one of the best players in the league, generational talent. Two, he's a Dallas Cowboy. Yeah. The Dallas Cowboys are a brand in itself. Do I like some of the things Micah Parsons says on his podcast? No, because I think that he just shoots himself in the foot all the time. Like Atlanta saying like game of the year for them, game of the week for us, and then going out and laying a dud. Yeah. Yeah, but I think they're in an ego off. Micah Parsons deserves every penny. He clearly wants more than Myles Garrett. He wants to be the highest paid position player. That's not a quarterback. And I think the Cowboys should absolutely pay him, just like they paid CD, because with those two, just like they paid Dak. I don't blame him for requesting a trade, because what are the Cowboys doing? If they're not going to treat him right, there are a million other teams that will, because every team wants a Micah Parsons. You don't think the Lions would go for Micah Parsons? I guarantee the Lions would give up a haul.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be sick. They wouldn't have to give up Hutchinson, but they'd have to give up a few picks and maybe like a Kirby Joseph, which Joseph's great, but for Micah fucking Parsons?
Oh, yeah.
Like, there are so many teams that will treat Micah Parsons well, and he wanted to go to Dallas from day one of his pro day, and he said that. Pay the guy, or at least treat him right, because the media beef makes no sense too. We are sports media students. We might not understand this to the fullest. There's no point in starting a feud with your star player, especially when the media will pick out the smallest thing. And they're always going to side with the player, especially when the other side's Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
So, I mean, my thoughts on it, it's just simply Jerry Jones is a rich, arrogant. I could say a lot of words about Jerry Jones, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to get canceled.
We should have called Toussaint for this part.
I don't want to get canceled, but Jerry Jones is a rich, arrogant,
controlling.
I'll
say it. Freak.
Yeah,
he's a freak owner.
and I could add a lot more onto that, but I'm not going to. I mean, it's simple. Pay your guys. Yeah. It's not that hard. Pay your guys.
It's not hard.
It's not hard. You pay your guys and you worry about everything else. That's all you do. I don't. Oh my God. I can't fathom and I can't even process why you would not have already paid Micah Parsons by now.
Right?
It's ridiculous.
It makes no sense.
It is absolutely ridiculous. And and this isn't to like harp on Micah Parsons' character, but you know the type of guy he is.
He's a superstar and he's obviously out with it. Like,
you know the type of guy he is. He's a superstar who knows his worth and is not scared to let it be known what he thinks about his worth. And when you have that in your star player, you absolutely need to pay him when it is time to pay him.
And he's not the only one in the league that does this. And Jerry Jones is acting like he is.
Yeah.
You see guys do this all the time in the league.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trey Hendrickson, Terry McLaurin, we'll talk about them. But, like, he's Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
He's the best edge rusher in the league, arguably, when he's healthy. For a Dallas Cowboys team that defensively has not been incredible 2 years ago they were. And I feel a little dumb right now. And I feel dumb all the time, but the reason I feel dumb right now is because I came on here last week and said the Cowboys are going to have a better season than Washington.
Yeah.
And I just don't know how they do that, especially without Micah Parsons.
Yeah. And then especially when you have all of the guys, like if you go on Twitter right now, you can see, or like it's just social media in general, like Cowboys players are like changing their profile pictures to like them and Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, right when Micah Parsons did that, CeeDee Lamb literally was like, I'm shaking my fucking head. This is crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Just pay the guy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's your other star that you absolutely don't want to get rid of, CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
You gave him the number 88.
Yeah.
There's no reason you let CeeDee Lamb walk.
No.
Because of money.
Because of money.
And I know Jerry Jones doesn't have an issue with money.
He does not have
an issue. He does not have an issue with money.
Bitch, you wanted to host the World Cup final. Like, you have money, bro.
He's got a lot of it. A boatload of money.
Yeah.
So, I just don't understand it. Now, what do I think about the ending result of this situation? I think Mike Parsons gets paid. I think it's one of those situations where they finally pay him, it blows over. But then again, you have to look at who Jerry Jones is.
Yeah. I feel like that's the biggest thing. This is a Dallas Cowboys team that hasn't made a conference final since the 1990s.
Yeah.
And I don't have too many Cowboys friends, but any Cowboys fans I talk to, they're honestly not surprised this is happening. And I feel like that's the biggest issue because...
Oh, you're absolutely not surprised to it because...
that's the biggest issue.
That's who Jerry Jones is.
Yeah.
That is who Jerry Jones is. You have an incapable owner of a football team. Yeah, Jerry Jones is an incapable owner of a football team. Yep. Absolutely. That's what you get.
Yeah. And an incapable general manager, too. That's the biggest thing. Like, he should not be in charge of these roster moves, or else it's going to be the same cycle over and over and over again. And whenever the Cowboys have a star, it just seems like there's a feud.
Yeah.
Dak, 2 feuds. Parsons, another one. And these guys are all game changers. Like, Dak Prescott, when he's healthy, he could win you a football game. He could also lose you a football game. He could definitely lose you a football game. We'll get to that another time. Micah Parsons, in a division that has Jaden Daniels and a division that has Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley and A.J. Brown and Malik Neighbors. I'll even throw in some New York Giants for fun's sakes. Micah Parsons might be the best player in the division.
Absolutely.
And he's one of the best players in the league. Pay the guy.
Yeah.
Pay the guy. It's not that hard, especially like... What are the Dallas Cowboys without Micah Parsons? A fringe wildcard team? Their offense could be as good as possible. They don't have another edge rusher. Their cornerbacks are fine. Deron Bland reached his ceiling. Or their cornerbacks are good. Trayvon Diggs is very good. Gets hurt a lot. Their safeties, you just don't know. What are the Dallas Cowboys without him? Like a wildcard team? They're not winning a playoff game without him. With that defense? In an offensive league?
It depends on the matchup, but
it does.
It'd be very hard for them to win a playoff game without Micah Parsons.
Right. I think
it'd be very hard for them to make the playoffs without Micah Parsons.
It would. And I think I'm literally going a 180 from last week. We had this conversation: is Dallas closer to Washington or the Giants?
Yeah.
Look at the Giants' front four of Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, Brian Burns, and Abdul Carter. Without Micah Parsons, the Cowboys are rolling out Dante Fowler, Mazzie Smith, Oza Odigua, or however the fuck you pronounce his name, I'm sorry, and Donovan Izakaru. I just botched a lot of those names. I apologize, but The Giants are much better than that.
No, I know that's what I want to bring up too. Is we had the conversation last week.
Yeah.
And Toussaint was saying how, or was it Toussaint making the argument how Dallas they have nothing to look forward to?
Yeah.
Because I mean, shit, if they get rid of Micah Parsons and Micah Parsons leaves, they absolutely have nothing to look forward to.
Yeah.
They're cooked.
Yeah. No,
they are cooked. They would lose the locker room if Micah Parsons is gone.
I think
that locker room would be gone.
I agree.
It would be a shit show in Dallas.
Yeah.
And
especially in Dallas.
Restart.
This is the worst place for it to happen.
No, they would have to restart for sure. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think even if they do sign Parsons, which I agree with you, it will happen.
I think it's going to happen.
Starting off the season like this, when they're
it's
known,
not a good,
they are known for distractions.
Yeah.
And week 1, you got to go to Washington, right? Where I think, the Giants go to Washington week 1. I don't even know who the Cowboys play week 1, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, you're going to Philly week 1 for opening night.
Yeah, Philly.
Yeah, and Philly seems like the only team in the NFC East that doesn't have any distractions right now. And they're talking about their Super Bowl rings not mattering. And the 2024 Eagles were great. The 2025 ones were locked in.
Yeah.
Any distraction is bad for you.
Oh, absolutely.
So it just doesn't make sense to me. I'll leave it at that. And I feel dumb after what I said last week. And even if they extend Micah Parsons, which again I think they will, the Commanders are much higher, and then the Cowboys are just a solid 3.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think he gets paid. He's been walking around practice with his jersey on.
Yeah,
stuff. He's been there.
He's always wanted to be there.
Yeah.
And to be fair, a lot of guys are doing that too. Terry McLaurin, who also requested a trade, we'll talk about that. Trey Hendrickson's been at practice. Mm-hmm. They're not playing because why should they?
Yeah, absolutely.
If they're not getting paid. But yeah, no, he clearly wants to be there, and the trade request is just more fuel to the fire for now. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to throw one more Micah one, and I'll throw a Terry McLaurin one too, because we don't need to talk about the Commanders that much. Where would be where would be a dream trade destination for Micah Parsons, and where would be one for Terry McLaurin? Because Terry McLaurin also requested a trade pod after a weird saga there that we're not going to talk about that much.
Well, his dad was just on a podcast. I don't know what podcast this is. Life in the Stands podcast. I don't know who that is, but
neither do I.
Shout out to them, I guess. If you see this, shout out us too, then, because I shouted you guys out. His dad said Kansas City, Detroit, or Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
those are all 3 of those would be nasty.
All 3 of those would be
nasty. I think
Pittsburgh wouldn't be able to score, but nobody would score on them.
If you're gonna ask the bias me, obviously I'm gonna say Detroit.
Yeah.
Him and Hutch.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Just pray.
Yeah.
I would be so scared if I was an opposing quarterback and I had to go up against the defense with Hutch and Micah Parsons on the edge.
Yeah. Or Pittsburgh with Parsons and TJ Watt.
Yeah,
and then you have Jalen Ramsey and Joey Porter Jr. and Darius Slay.
It would be nasty.
Or even KC with a good defense. And now you had a
KC would be nasty. And then Philly.
That would be so cool.
Like Philly. I mean, those are the 4 that I would want to see. I don't care about making shit balanced right now. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I want to see Micah Parsons. If he gets traded, I want to see him get traded to a contender.
Which he absolutely will.
Pittsburgh's not really a contender. I know, but that defense though with Micah Parsons
will win you ball games.
Those are the 4. So yeah, the 3 I'd say the contenders is Kansas City, Detroit, Philly. And then throw in Pittsburgh there, because that'd be nasty with him and TJ Watt.
I like all of them. I do like all of those. Jerry Jones has made a bunch of terrible moves.
Yeah.
The worst move he can make is trading Micah Parsons to Philly.
Yeah.
But imagine it would be the opposite of Terrell Owens leaving Philly for Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
One more that I'm going to throw out there. I think if he gets traded, he's going to the AFC. I think that's
AFC.
I think it's gonna happen.
They're not gonna trade him to Philly, so that's
no, they're not.
Picture.
They're not. I think it would be very similar to what you see with
him.
guys that come back to the division after getting traded to another team.
Yeah.
I think if he goes to the AFC, I could see either Denver or Los Angeles going for them. Those are both defenses that performed really well last year, but are both missing that superstar edge rusher. Los Angeles lost lost Joey Bosa rather.
Yeah.
Buffalo's also scary. Buffalo could be really scary, but they're not going to do it.
Buffalo would be
scary. But LA, I mean, Micah Parsons and Khalil Mack. They lost a corner in Asante Samuels Jr., who I do think they bring back because it's still a free agent. That's a good one. And then Denver's defense is incredible, but they don't have that main edge rusher.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons changes that, and that defense will be dominant. And we were going to talk about Denver later. I think that would make them a Super Bowl contender immediately.
For sure.
Even though that division's tough. But, Buffalo sounds really nice.
No, I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah, Buffalo sounds really nice.
I would like to see Buffalo.
I'd shit my pants, not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
Oh hell no! I don't think I'd shit my pants, Pop.
That's pretty scary.
But I'm thinking about it, and you brought it
Baltimore.
up. It'd be nice. No,
they won't do it. They won't do it. But
Baltimore wouldn't do it. I don't think.
Yeah. All hypothetical, Pod. This is all hypothetical, especially the thing I just said.
That would be crazy, actually. Yeah, Baltimore.
Right.
Baltimore would be crazy.
Yeah.
You'd have to give Baltimore would be favorite.
I think
to
immediately.
win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, immediately.
I think it'd be hands down. Like their odds on FanDuel would go to like minus 350.
Because they brought in Jair Alexander too. That secondary is incredible.
Yeah.
Their linebackers are young and can fly. They have other edge rushers. They have Justin Matabuke, or what a different name now he calls himself, like Namadi or something.
Yeah.
Ojabo. Ojabo.
Bo.
Love you, Gus Johnson. We're one of the biggest Gus Johnson pods. Wow, Buffalo and Baltimore both sound great after I said LA and Denver.
I know.
Yeah, shit.
I know.
Yeah.
Fuck LA and Denver.
Yeah, wait, those both sound great.
I would do Buffalo. I'd like to see him in Buffalo because like we talked about it. We talked about it a couple weeks ago with Buffalo and how they haven't really had like the dominant defense.
It's always been rotational
to like get them over the hump. And they haven't, and you really think about it, you look at Buffalo's defense since they've been a top contender in the AFC with Josh Allen. Like, they haven't had that star guy on defense.
Yeah, and I feel like every playoff game they
haven't had that X factor on defense, really.
And every playoff game they've lost, they lost to the Chiefs at home. They lost to the Chiefs on the road three times actually, and they lost to the Bengals at home once. In all those games, their defense really couldn't stop the other team. Like, the other team scored north of 20 every time. The Bengals in that snow game, I remember going, Buffalo's can't stop them. Yeah. They went up 14-0. KC last year, Buffalo stopped them, but they didn't in the end. Then the other game, 13 seconds. If you had a superstar edge rusher that could get to the passer that fast, and by the way, I think Joey Bosa has a really good chance to be a comeback player of the year. I think he's going to be great there. Yeah, that makes them legit. And I think the same's with Baltimore because all roads in the AFC still lead to Pat.
Yeah.
If Micah Parsons goes to KC, holy crap. We're not even talking about that. That would be insane. You know who I think could go to KC, though? I think Terry McLaurin, if he gets traded, I think KC is a prime destination there.
Yeah.
And one other I'll throw out there because this is going back all the way to episode 2. We are going all the way back to episode 2 when I said Tyreek Hill is going to be a Washington Commander. And I said I fully believe that. I don't fully believe that, but I've heard rumors. I don't have my sources. This is all Twitter. Because I don't know what's going on with Tyreek in Miami. It was going to be my Tweaker of the Week. He says some weird stuff, but he's Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Tyreek from McLaurin, trade. Commander send a little more. McLaurin to Miami. Wide receiver 2 to Jalen Waddle. Tyreek and Debo. I could see that. That's another cool one for me.
I could see it. I could see it.
I'm probably reaching too high there.
I think,
But
I think the reach
I
is
feel like
there
that's
for
the point of podcast.
The reach is there for sure. It's a good hypothetical, though, or to think about. I mean,
are there any other things that like stand out to you or any other destinations that really stand out to you for Terry?
For Terry?
Yeah.
Okay, here's my thing, though. Here's the thing with people like requesting trades and shit now.
One, they never get fulfilled.
They never get fulfilled anymore. Because you think about it, the past couple years, what was it? Ayuk, Debo.
Are we talking pure wide receivers or everyone?
No, just everybody.
Yeah, Ayuk, Debo. There's a million. You're talking about cornerbacks. You're talking about safeties. Trayvon requested a trade. I'm pretty sure. Well, Tyreek did, and then he got paid.
Yeah.
That season, but that was a little different too because that was Tyreek. But yeah, continue with what you're saying.
But it's just like they're not getting fulfilled anymore, and then it's also like, I don't know. I think it's just like I don't even know what characteristic to call it, but like if I'm requesting a trade, I'm not going to be sitting around at practice.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be at practice at all. Actually, I'm going to be pissed. I'm not. Why would I want to be at practice? I just requested a trade.
Yeah,
I don't want to be here.
Yeah,
like if you truly don't want to, I understand it could be like a leverage point to get a contract. I understand that.
But if you request a trade, you should just go full in on. I don't want to be here unless you pay me.
Just go fucking full in. Like,
yeah.
Let's stop with this bullshit. I'm still at practice. Let me dap up this owner real quick. Let me dap up the GM, the coaches.
Jaden Daniels' mom.
Like, you know what? I'm hugging Jaden Daniels' mom.
Yeah.
You're smiling, walking around the facility. You just requested a fucking trade.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's also like if I'm the coach or something, I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
if you look at that video, Josh Harris, who owns a team, he's not worried.
Like, I just don't understand. So, like, that's my thing is, like, I don't know. They're not getting fulfilled.
Yeah.
But back to where I would like to see Terry McLaurin. I think, hear me out. I think Green Bay makes sense.
Yep.
Because that wide receiver room, to me, like, okay, they have guys in there, but it's just
clogged.
Like, it's a whole bunch of like they've been saying it on Twitter. Like, they drafted another wide receiver for all the other wide receiver 4s that they have. So it's like they don't have that guy in the locker room yet. In that wide receiver room. We thought it was Christian Watson. That hasn't turned out really well.
I know that button. Yeah, I know that button. Yeah.
It can be Jaden Reed, kinda. I mean,
he showed it, but then
like he showed it, but it's like inconsistent.
Yeah, I like Dobbs, but not as a 1.
Dobbs is nice, but he's not a 1.
And Matthew Golden's a rookie.
We haven't seen what he's capable of yet.
Good.
So, like, Green Bay makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I was Green Bay, I'd be like, yeah, we need to go get Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
I think Denver.
Yeah.
I mean, with Denver, it's just like Sutton's there.
Yeah. They're very high on Devon Vele, too, as a wideout, too.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And they just extended Sutton.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
Yeah.
I got one more, actually, and I know I posed the question to you. This one would scare me, especially if we're going with the trade requests don't get fulfilled in the same season. If Terry does play and they don't pay him and they trade him, let's say, next offseason, New England. I think another year with Drake May. You don't know what Stephon Diggs is going to be. They have the money. They have the leverage. If Drake May is really that good and you bring in Terry and Diggs, yeah, that's a good football team. As much as I hate admitting it, I could see Terry there too.
Absolutely.
That's a sleeper for me.
And Buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, they need him.
They absolutely need him.
There's a very good chance if Terry's not paid at the deadline, that's where he's going. Like Amari Cooper.
They need him for sure. Buffalo.
That's a good one.
I would like to see that. I would like to see Terry and Josh Allen.
That would be gross.
I would like to see that.
I also would love the Jets because the Jets are the DraftKings favorite right now because they don't have a wideout too. And why not bring in another Ohio State guy? But I don't think it's going to happen.
That's true. Yeah, it could.
It could be. It would be cool, but it's not happening. I'm not going to say it's happening. One more thing that I want to add, and then we'll keep talking some NFL. Micah, Terry, Trey Hendrickson, all these guys that request trades. I don't like how you go to practice because I think if you're going in, you just go full in, but you are good guys, so good for you, and I hope you all get your bags. I mean, you should.
Yeah.
You absolutely should. Someone that maybe isn't getting their bag, but is more talking concerns after a change of scenery. Did you see what Aaron Rodgers said yesterday? Aaron Rodgers was asked by the press pretty much like about the offense, and these were Aaron Rodgers' 4 concerns about the offense right now.
Mm-hmm.
1, no run game. 2, the vertical passing game's not in sync. Pod, if you saw the viral video of Aaron Rodgers dumping it off to DK and Pat Freiermuth throwing his arms up.
Yeah.
3, no wide receiver 2. And 4, young tackles taking their lumps. I'm going to steal something from Colin Cowherd's playbook. This sounds a lot like the New York Jets of last year. When they couldn't run the ball, when they couldn't throw the ball downfield, no wide receiver 2 until Devontae when it was too late, and their offensive line stunk. And with Aaron Rodgers saying that, what do you do if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers? Like, how do you react to what I just said?
I mean,
it feels like he just said the offense is bad except for me and DK.
I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers. Are we surprised?
No, but I can't believe you listed out 4 things, which are all so crucial.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say to that because like this is what you get when you have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
On your football team.
Yeah.
I don't hate Aaron Rodgers. I think he keeps it real. He keeps it 100%.
Yeah, I don't hate Aaron Rodgers either. I don't think it was a Jeff problem last year. Like
he has his off-field issues. He's very vocal.
Yeah, he's very vocal, and I think this isn't even an off-field issue. I think this is a 41-year-old quarterback going, these are the problems in practice that you guys are seeing, because the media also sees such a small portion of it. And there are legitimate concerns that we were talking about before they got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
They don't really have a solidified RB1 right now. It's either Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell. I do think by midseason it's going to be Caleb Johnson. Vertical passing not in sync. I mean, that's because you have no wide receiver 2 right now. It's Scotty Miller or Calvin Austin. Both are below 5 feet.
Or Roman Wilson.
But Roman Wilson makes too many TikToks. All Michigan receivers do, AJ Henning. We'll get to that. And then young tackles taking their lumps. I mean, their young offensive line. Their offensive line wasn't good last year. And so if this was your only place to go, Aaron Rodgers, that's what you're dealing with. And so I don't know what Pittsburgh does.
Yeah, I don't know.
Look, they could trade for Micah and give up 6 points a game, but they might not be able to score. They might not be able to. But I'll go on record and say this, I feel pretty confident about this. You got to put the Bengals above them right now because I think the Bengals offense.
Yeah.
If the Bengals offense versus the Steelers defense, points of real strength, and you go Bengals defense, Steelers offense, and the Steelers offense could be good. I'm less concerned about the Bengals because I know they are going to put up points in an offensive game.
Yeah, they will.
There were too many times last season and in 22, and I was going to say 23, but 4 plays in, Aaron Rodgers went that it took a while for the offense to sort of do something, or there were periods where they couldn't score. And the Bengals, I know they're going to score. And so I'm ready to say this now. And I said the Bengals aren't going to make the playoffs, and I don't know where I stand on that. We'll get to that. They're the solid 2 in that division, and I think Pittsburgh's lagging behind now.
Yeah.
Even though some people are calling Pittsburgh maybe not a Super Bowl contender, but a playoff contender. Is that fair?
Playoff contender, I'll give it to them. Like, yeah, they can make the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, they made it last year and the year before and the year before. So yeah.
Like, I mean, they have Mike Tomlin as their head coach. They absolutely can make the playoffs. We can call a lot of teams playoff contenders.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Denver's a playoff contender. New England can be a playoff contender.
Right.
Like,
LA. Because
LA.
KC's winning that division.
Minnesota can be a playoff contender.
Miami can be.
Miami can be a playoff contender. Like, there's a lot of teams that can be playoff contenders.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, that's... it's not rocket science to call them a playoff contender, you know?
Yeah.
Super Bowl contender, fuck no.
All right, good.
Absolutely
good.
not.
Good.
No, we're not. I'm not having that. No, absolutely not.
No, neither am I.
Yeah, no, Super Bowl contender, absolutely not.
Yes or no, answer this right now. Do the Pittsburgh Steelers make the playoffs in 2025? You got to say right now. We've went through their schedule. We're not doing all that bullshit. I'm just throwing it at you. Are they making the playoffs in 2025? Pod, you comment too.
No.
Yeah. No,
no.
I agree with you because if this is what they're talking about right now, and you look at other teams that are going to contend for a wild card position, Denver, LA, Cincinnati, you have to put above them right now.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, I'd put around with Miami based on what happens with Tua, Tyreek, that defense, because that defense isn't that great and doesn't have a lot of corners. I think you could throw Jacksonville in that same place right now because Jacksonville is a lot of Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No,
yeah, that's why I say no. It's because all of the teams that are fighting for a wild card spot, there's a lot of teams who are better than Pittsburgh that will be fighting for a wild card spot.
Aaron Rodgers will march into MetLife Stadium week 1 to face his former team, the New York Jets. The New York Jets will beat him.
Yeah.
Pod. They're going to beat him.
And you're in a division with Baltimore and Cincinnati.
Yeah. Even Cleveland, whose defense is good.
No, I'm not.
No. I'm not saying Cleveland's better than them. I'm not. I think Cleveland's
Cleveland's going to have a number 1 pick next year.
Yeah, again. Cleveland released their depth chart, and it is freaking awful on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
I would find it so funny, though. This is a dream reality for me. And again, I'm not an Aaron Rodgers hater, but imagine Shadur Sanders beats Aaron Rodgers and goes to center field. And then Dion goes, yeah, you saw my son beat the best quarterback of all time. Like, that would be crazy. I mean, their defense is good, but they're not going anywhere. No, we're joking. But Yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers won't make the playoffs. All right, one more NFL topic before we get into Tweaker of the Week.
We're going to have to call Toussaint back for Tweaker of the Week, probably.
We are going to have to call Toussaint back. I got one more, and this is the what I'm calling my Brandon Lungus segment. The Colts, and this will be very fast, released on their depth chart. QB1, Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones.
And then Anthony Richardson said, whoever they bring in, I'm going to have to compete with them and beat them.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
On the quote?
On both of it, the or Daniel Jones or...
So I don't know why they're having a quarterback competition. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Anthony Richardson hasn't been the best quarterback in his 2 years of play so far. But, like, Daniel Jones.
Yeah, it's not much better.
Like, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand it. I don't. Like, yeah, okay, I see. Like, you want to see who the best guy is, whatever. I don't, yeah. But, like, you drafted the kid for a reason.
4th overall.
He hasn't been terrible.
He also hasn't been healthy.
He hasn't been good. He hasn't been terrible, but he hasn't been healthy.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, what do you want Anthony Richardson to do?
Yeah. I mean, just chiming in, like, I don't mind the competition because it's a quarterback going into year 3 and maybe it wakes him up. What I do mind, though, is, one, everybody goes to completion percentage and totally justified. It's under 50. That's awful for an NFL starting quarterback.
Yeah.
The guy is so naturally talented. And the Colts, look, every team says they're trying to win. The Colts, you ain't winning anything. You're not. And so you got to go with
that's
you're
also
not.
the thing. Like, they don't, like, okay, Jonathan Taylor's there, yeah, like Michael Pittman Jr.
They have 4 decent wide receivers. They got Tyler Warren, and they have Quentin Nelson, but are you really going anywhere with Daniel Jones more than Anthony Richardson?
No.
Like, I guarantee you'll have a better season with Anthony Richardson under the center because of his ceiling than Daniel Jones.
Absolutely.
And even if it's bad, you know what you do? You put in Daniel Jones, and you get the same thing of Anthony Richardson.
It's going to be the same result.
It just, like, look, the depth charts, we're reading too much into it. The Colts will have a better season with Anthony Richardson under center, and people that debate Daniel Jones, I just don't agree with you whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at a division, or a conference, rather, with the 5 best quarterbacks in it, and Pat, Lamar, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and then maybe not the 5 best because Jalen Hurts might be 5 or something. Other discussion. You need a really good quarterback to win in the AFC. You need a really good quarterback to win in the division with C.J. Stroud and Trevor Lawrence. Go with the guy with the highest ceiling because the worst thing is you're drafting next year.
Yeah.
And go get Arch Manning. Bring the Manning back to Indianapolis.
Back to Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Yeah, sorry. I know that I can't. I wouldn't let you talk.
No, it's fine. I just, yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. It's just, like, Daniel Jones. Like, I keep saying the name. Daniel Jones? Like, we've seen what he's done.
Right?
He has not been a better quarterback than Anthony Richardson.
No, besides accuracy, he's not.
He has not been a better quarterback.
Richardson has all the tools to be good.
So...
And everybody knew he was going to be a project, too.
Yeah.
And that's
the thing.
Like, that's the thing. Like, so that's why it doesn't make sense.
I get it though. Like, it gives him extra motivation to work harder because it's a competition. Like, he's got to win the starting job.
Right.
So
also on the quote, I guess I didn't mind the quote, but I was saying it. The one thing I was gonna say to be sort of funny is, like, if you can't beat Daniel Jones in a competition, you're not beating a lot of people in the competition. Like, you could bring in.
No, that is true.
Yeah, that's a thing.
But there's a lot of times where these quarterback competitions, they pick the wrong guy.
Oh, absolutely.
It just happens.
Yeah.
And my thing about a quarterback competition in training camp is, like, it's training camp. The whole team is trying to figure out how they're gelling together, where the chemistry's at every year. It's training camp. Like, that is where everything goes wrong.
It's called
training camp.
Training.
Like, that is where everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
So, like,
valid. Yeah. All right. We're ending on the Indianapolis Colts. We're doing Tweaker of the Week. He's ready, so we're gonna call him first.
Yeah, call Toussaint.
It low key might be Toussaint Tweaker of the Week, but we won't do that to him. We won't do that to him.
I just have a few.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out. I want him to go first because I feel like he would take one of mine that I have.
All right, Toussaint, you're back on the pod. Say what's up.
What's good?
It's Tweaker of the Week time.
Tweaker of the Week time. We talked some NFL. You didn't really miss much besides just vertical BS that we usually talk. Tweaker of the Week. Who you got?
My Tweaker of the Week is going to be Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Many people have heard my rants about the Cowboys before. I'm an avid Cowboy hater. And I just feel like, how dumb could you be as an owner, especially now that Jerry Jones is not paying the most valuable defensive asset that he has? And he's making it worse for himself because what he likes to do is he likes to wait till the last moment, pay his players ridiculous amounts of money, and then act like everything's okay. And that's why they have Schottenheimer as their head coach. And they're going to finish third in the division, and they're kind of trash. So you got an 80-year-old man who doesn't really care about winning the championship, and he doesn't really care about the team, and he's just playing around with people. And now you got Micah Parsons. The one thing I will say about Micah Parsons, in this whole ordeal, I feel like he somewhat jumped the gun. He's going to get his money. He's going to get paid. But Jerry's going to give him a ridiculous amount of money, and it's not going to make any sense because he could have signed him last year for less money and gotten more players. But, Jerry Jones is just kind of he's a lot of things, but one of the things he is a terrible Jerry.
You want to hear what me and Blake called him on the pod?
What?
Arrogant, incapable, controlling. Were there any other verbs or adjectives? Yeah, narcissist.
Narcissist is a good one.
Slow. Yeah, you guys pretty much summed it up. But yeah, that's exactly what he is, and that's what he likes to do. He likes to flaunt his arrogance. That's the other thing that I don't like about.
Yeah.
Damn, we should have called him earlier when we were talking about this.
I'm gonna add on to Toussaint's Tweaker of the Week because Jerry Jones not only is causing issues in the Cowboys locker room, but he's causing issues between celebrities.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now Des Bryant and Nicki Minaj are in a Twitter battle. now, because of Jerry Jones, Des Bryant and Nicki Minaj are in a Twitter battle.
Yeah.
And it's ending up that Nicki Minaj is setting up her husband to fight Des Bryant for $10 million. And not just fight her husband. She's setting her husband up to get his ass whooped by Des Bryant for $10 million. So that's what Jerry Jones has cost. All because Jerry Jones wanted to bring up the contract negotiations for 2015 between Des Bryant.
Get smoothed over.
He about to get smoothed.
Yeah, Des
he about to get smoothed. All because they brought up the contract negotiations for 2015. Des Bryant was represented by Rock Nation. That's Jay-Z, obviously. Nicki Minaj does not like Jay-Z and Rock Nation.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Nicki and Jay-Z
because of
fight
her own issues.
Yeah.
And so it's caused a lot. I'm not gonna go through all these tweets; they're ridiculous.
Go check them out, pod. They're funny.
It ended up that Nicki Minaj said $10 million, fight my husband. Des Bryant said, I'll whoop your husband's ass. He said, bring the $10 million.
Yeah,
bring it. Bring the $10 million.
That might be the easiest lick of all time.
Oh, it would be the easiest lick. It'd be the easiest.
How tall is Nicki Minaj's husband?
He's like 5'8".
Yeah, he's like our size.
160.
Yeah, he's a normal human being.
Yeah, and Des Bryant's Des fucking Bryant.
Like, Des Bryant.
Oh boy. Yeah, well, Toussaint, that's all we got for you. We're gonna do our tweakers of the week if you wanted to stay on. If not, go get some rest. But
No, I watched the episode.
Okay, cool.
Tune in to TalkBall tweakers.
Yeah, you heard him. All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right.
And I hung up on him. All right, do you want to go first? Now that he eliminated one.
No, you can go.
Ooh, I'm gonna go. Jesus. I always go to this, man. New York baseball. The Mets and Yankees are just having a competition for who could be worse. And we're recording this on Tuesday afternoon. Monday night, both those teams lost in 10 innings. Both those teams were supposed to be World Series contenders. Both those teams loaded up at the deadline. The Mets go down 5-0 when your best pitcher's playing. You come back, and then you lose on a throwing error in the 10th inning. That's awful in itself. And the Yankees do the opposite. You go up 3-0, and the Rangers come back. Aaron Boone makes a stupid bullpen change, and the Rangers hit a walk-off home run. Which New York team can talk more and do less? Which, by the way, that's what we do. We're New Yorkers. We talk more and do less. But these teams are supposed to be contending for a freaking championship. And both those teams don't look like they have any juice, and both those teams still look like they'll be blown out of the water by some other teams. Especially the Mets right now, because the NL is so good. The AL, I don't know what you're doing, and I think the Mets are better than the Yankees, let me get that clear. But New York baseball, you are infuriating to watch right now. Like, you are infuriating. The Jets and Giants are more exciting than you right now.
Mm-hmm.
In July. They haven't played a game yet. This is training camp clips. People are miserable turning on the games. Yeah, that's all I got. Yep, that's it, pod. That's it from me.
I'm gonna go. Why not just go with the Cleveland Browns? Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Yep.
Cleveland Browns are setting Shedeur up to fail. That's calling a spade a spade. That's me calling a spade a spade. Cleveland Browns are setting Shedeur Sanders up to fail.
Yeah.
How? Okay. I understand that it's training camp, and it is a little insane that we're bringing in training camp numbers.
Yep.
But it's the only thing that we have. Honestly, it's not even the only thing, because I'll get into other stuff later. It's the best thing that we have right now to show who is succeeding and who is not.
Mm-hmm.
They came out with their depth chart. Shedeur Sanders is 4th on the depth chart. And then a day after they do that, they go and get another quarterback.
Because all the other ones are nursing injuries.
So what are you doing? They have 5 quarterbacks on the depth chart right now.
Yeah.
What are you doing? And one of them is a 41-year-old Joe Flacco.
Had a great run with Cleveland in 23, but that was it. So it's not happening again.
Like, I'm just confused. So let's go through the numbers.
Yeah, please.
Flacco's number 1. He's first on the depth chart. 54 of 92. That's a 58.7% completion rate. 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Kenny Pickett, he's second.
Jesus Christ.
Kenny Pickett is second. 23 of 34. So he's thrown the least amount of passes. He's thrown 34 passes, by the way. 67,
That's too many for Kenny Pickett, but anyway.
67.6 completion rate, which honestly it's invalid because he's thrown less than 40 passes.
Yeah. But it's also Kenny Pickett. We know what we're getting.
3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Dylan Gabriel's third. 63 of 113. 54.9 completion percentage rate. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Shedeur Sanders, 4th. 49 of 70. That is a 70% completion rate. 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. What in the hell are you doing with Shedeur Sanders? Why? That's what I want to know. Why?
And then people act like Shadeur's completion percentage is surprising when he literally had the best completion percentage in college football the past 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Big 12 player of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Seriously.
Big 12 player of the year.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. I don't know if they're trying to punish the kid. I don't know if they're trying to tarnish his legacy. They're trying to ruin his career. Or if they just don't want to win. I don't know what it is.
I understand.
Maybe it's both.
It very well might be. I understand Gabriel being ahead right now because it's the first depth chart and they drafted Gabriel higher. Kenny Pickett better get traded or Joe Flacco. One of them better get traded. I hope it's Pickett because Flacco could do fine in Cleveland for a few weeks and then they'll throw in the other ones. Cleveland Browns, your season's over already. Your season's over. Give the guy a shot. He's a 5th-round pick, so you don't have to pay him money. He has so much potential. So does Gabriel. I think either of those guys could be good. And I think both those guys will get their shot. So, yeah, I'll just throw it to you.
I mean.
And then the owner saying that that wasn't my pick, it was the GM's pick.
It wasn't my pick, it was the GM's pick.
Why do you even say that? Why do you feel the need?
No. There's a theory about why he said that.
Okay.
And
maybe I'm missing something.
And they're thinking that for some reason the NFL owners have a problem with Shedeur Sanders. Every NFL owner had a problem with Shedeur Sanders. It's a reach, but every NFL owner had a problem with Shedeur Sanders, and they were like, "All right, we're not going to draft this kid. Like nobody drafts Shedeur at all." Like I'm still appalled about the meetings because they were acting like Shedeur Sanders was standing up on the table in those meetings and flipping everybody off or something. Like I don't understand that. So yeah, I feel like they're saying that it could be it's a far reach, but every NFL owner was like, don't draft this kid. We're not drafting Shedeur Sanders. Nobody drafted him.
They're scared of him.
And not Jim Irsay, but the Cleveland's owner went and drafted him.
Yeah.
And now he's like, oh no, I didn't draft him.
Yeah, I didn't.
That wasn't my pick. That wasn't my pick. That was Andrew Berry.
Yeah. Like, also, I can't believe you say it to the media. Like, that's just putting the kid down more. Like, he's Shedeur Sanders, so does he care? No, probably not. And, like, he's actually been very good with the media and everything, and especially with the Deion stuff going on. Not saying that's an excuse, but he's just like, Dad, don't come to camp.
I would be too. I'd be like, don't come to camp.
Don't come. Yeah.
They don't value me here. They don't want, like,
right?
yeah.
Like, I know this was your tweaker of the week, but when you draft a guy with that much potential in Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round, you're drafting him for the ceiling because you think he could be good down the road, and he could be really good down the road, and he showed that. But they're making it the opposite, which is pretty much Shedeur Sanders has a higher profile than 90% of our players, and we're going to put him down to earth. When he's already just been approaching it like he's down to earth, and he's trying to earn everything. So I think they're approaching it the wrong way.
Yeah. And one last tweet.
Yeah, please.
I mean, there's guys who are... I've been seeing a lot of tweets from beat reporters who are at Browns camp every day. This one right here. Shedeur Sanders... This is Nick Carnes. Nick Carnes is a co-host of a talk show about the Cleveland Browns. So he's at camp every day. He says Shedeur Sanders gets the least reps. Shedeur Sanders gets the least time with the first stringers. Shedeur Sanders' dimes still outweigh everything we've seen from Pickett and Gabriel combined. It says all you need to know. It's sad. Ridiculous. Shame on the Cleveland Browns.
Shame.
Justice for Shedeur Sanders. That's what I leave you guys with.
We'll end it with that. I fully agree with you. Thank you for listening to episode 29. As always, I am Jake Mazarski, and that is Blake McQuarrie. Toussaint is questionable for next week. We'll give you updates as it comes. Everyone drop in the comments. Blake and Toussaint are probably taking reps for Cleveland, and they'll somehow be better than Shedeur Sanders. But thank you for listening. You know the deal. Like, subscribe, tell your friends about it. We got a few more episodes in studio together, and then we're going our separate ways, but you know the pod's always alive. Yeah. And as always,
stay fly.
Bang.